Not anymore.
Okay. Hello.
What do you want to say to everybody today?
Work hard because I'm gonna have to go on a school call.
She has to go on a school call. She said to work hard. So before we do our yoga today, I got to tell everybody this. This is my daughter. This is Tiny Diamond. She's my stunt double, and it's 10 o'clock, and she starts school today at 10:30 for some reason. But before school started, she made her bed, cleaned her room, organized her closet, uh, organized her clothes from the laundry, and hung them up on hangers. And what have you done today? Right?
Yeah.
All right. Should we do this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. It's time for yoga, everybody. All right. Today we're going to work on heart opening, and I want you to think about this space. Draw a big circle right here in front of your chest, and then think about a umbrella, opening up an umbrella. It's that feeling of expanding in every direction across your chest. A lot of people would typically think of sort of a heart opening flow as something that gets your spine into extension, which is your body back bending, heart lifting. So there's a line, let's say from our pubic bones all the way to our collarbones, maybe even to the crown of the head, in which we're trying to expand that line. Imagine again across an umbrella. But we also want to go from wrist to wrist. And we also want to be reaching into these corners of our space too. So that's what we're going to focus on today. It's going to lead us to a nice little apex pose. Nothing super challenging, but I think it's going to be fun. Welcome, everybody. My name is Scott Anderson, and this is Stronger Yoga. So step your feet a little bit wide, facing the long edge of your mat. And this will be the best place to put your screen or device, but you know, in your living room, wearing whatever you're wearing, just have fun with it. Bend your right knee and straighten the leg, and do that a couple more times. And then switch your feet and bend your left knee. You're going to start out nice and simple. Turn your left foot in and hinge forward. Place your hands on the floor. And again, bend your knees. Stir the pot, as I like to say, which is not just going from side to side, but trying to make circles with your groin over your mat, and then try to make those circles the other way, just to introduce a little bit more compound and complex movements instead of just simple here to there isolation A to B. Leaving your left hand on the floor, reach your right hand up. Just hold your right hand up in the air. It doesn't have to be reaching directly for the ceiling. What I want you to think about is not how high you're reaching up, but push harder into your right foot than your left, so that you feel as though your hips are being pushed to the left with your right foot. And then reach the right hand down. Reach your left hand out and up. Look up for your left thumb. And while you're watching your thumb lift, push into your left foot. And try to do this without the pushing into the left heel, bending the right leg. So keep the right leg straight too. What you're looking to feel is your hips coming into neutral in relationship to the floor, because your hips are going to want to turn to the left with your chest. We're just trying to prevent that. And then release. Left hand down. Walk your hands to your left foot. Turn to the short edge of your mat and step your left foot back. Press your heart back towards your feet. Come into downward facing dog or crouching cat. Bend your knees one at a time and push the opposite heel, the heel of the straight leg, down into the floor. And when your knee bends, you can pull it to the other side. So when right knee bends, pull it left. When left knee bends, pull it right, so that your hips start to swivel over the center of your mat. You can also do this with straight legs just by turning the heels right and left and turning your toes right and left. That feels nice. Inhale to a plank position. Exhale, lower your chest all the way to the floor. Leave your chest on your mat and lift your hands. I want you to imagine that somebody placed a Sharpie pen on your spine, and you're just trying to squeeze it between your shoulder blades and then pull it down towards your butt crack. Place your hands on the floor, pull your belly off the floor, push up and press back. Lift your right leg up, and as you exhale, step forward. Reach your right hand up into the air. Look up for your right thumb. Reach down and turn to your left 90 degrees. Leave your right hand on the floor under your heart. Reach your left hand left, and as you lift that left hand and turn to the left, push into your left foot. Reach down. Turn back to the front of your mat and reach both hands up. Pull the arms down into a cactus position and turn to your right. Reach up, face forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, touch your chest to the floor, lift your hands, plant your hands, lift your belly, push, and press. Lift your left leg up and step through. Reach your left hand for the ceiling. Reach down, turn your body to your right 90 degrees. Leave your left hand on the floor under your heart. Reach your right hand to the right and lift towards the ceiling. Push into your right foot a little bit harder than your left. Reach down and turn back to the top of your mat. Reach both hands up. As you lift your hands, lift your back heel. Pull the elbows down, tighten the belly. Turn to your left. Reach up, face forward. Plant your hands. Step back, chest to the floor. Lift your hands. Plant your hands, pull your belly off the floor. Push and press. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Reach your right hand up. Reach down, turn left 90 degrees. Left hand on the reaching for the ceiling. Left hand reaches up. Exhale, reach down. Turn back to the top edge of your mat. Reach both hands up. Pull the elbows down. Tighten the belly. Turn to the right slowly. Reach up, face forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Touch your chest to the floor. Lift your hands. Lower your hands. Pull your belly off. Push and press. Left leg lifts. Exhale, we step it forward. Left hand reaches up and our chest twists to the left. Exhale, plant the left hand, turn your body 90 degrees to the right. Reach your right hand for the ceiling. Reach down, turn back to the top of your mat. Reach both hands up into that Anjane crescent lunge. Pull the elbows down. Cactus twist to the left. Reach up, face forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, chest to the floor. Lift your hands. Plant the hands, tighten your belly. Push up and press back. One more set. Focus on your breath. Lift your right leg. Exhale, step. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, turn left. Left hand reaches up to the ceiling. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, reach both hands up. Cactus the arms and twist to the right. Reach up, face forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Chest to the floor. Lift the hands. Plant the hands, lift the belly. Push. Press. Last one. Left leg lifts. Step through. Right hand high, breathe in. Exhale, turn to the right. Right hand reaches for the ceiling, left hand stays on the floor. Exhale, turn back to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach both hands up. Cactus the arms, and twist to the left. Face forward again, reach up. Plant your hands, step back. Last one, chest to the floor. Lift your hands, plant the hands, lift the belly. Push, and press. Take a moment to catch your breath here in down dog or crouching cat. Whatever you're doing with those legs and knees, look straight down instead of at your feet. I want you to lift your chin away from your chest until you're looking straight down as though your mat was a mirror and you were looking at the reflection of your own eyes. One more deep breath. Press that heart back towards your big toes. Lower the knees. Good work, guys. Step your left foot forward and turn to your right and rise up. From our long side of the mat, we can turn the hips open by stepping the right foot out, bending the right knee, and reach your hands away from your heart. Flip your palms up. Now lift the collarbones up and pull the pubic bones back so that it feels like the front of your torso is like the bow when you pull a string back and the bow arcs. It would feel if I placed an exercise ball on your back, like you were trying to wrap the upper half of your torso on the upper hemisphere of the exercise ball, and you're trying to lift your tailbone up to the south pole of that exercise ball, the bottom half of the hemisphere. And now straighten your right leg. Come into triangle, reach your right hand over your right foot. Place your right hand on your shin. Reach your left hand up. And if you want to go deeper, you can just start to slide your hand down your shin on your exhales. You can turn your palm out so the back of your hand is on the inside of your calf. And slide your wrist straight down. But really focus on keeping the left side of your body tight. So pull that left hip towards the armpit and shorten that left side body. And try to push yourself off the back edge of your mat by trying to slide your mat forward with your right foot. Your left foot holds it down. I hear footsteps. It's, Sassy Frassy. All right, time. Hey, don't smack me. Oh, you're going to get it. Keep breathing, guys, in your triangle. Now let's go a little bit further. I want you to take your left hand. Don't reach quite over your head, but reach forward over your right foot without your arm coming down. I guess what I'm trying to say is your left arm is diagonal to the earth, not parallel and not perpendicular. Now bend the left knee and really pull your groin back over the back edge of your mat. Now take that left hand and draw it back towards the same wall you're trying to put your butt on behind you. And release. Oh, that was amazing. And then rise up. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot out. I hope I articulated that pretty well. We're going to do that again, but just so you guys could see, my hand wasn't reaching straight for the ceiling or straight for the wall, but kind of here. And then hand went back and butt went back. What we're trying to do is lengthen hip away from hand, like so. All right? But let's go back to warrior two. Bend that left knee and reach the hands apart. Flip your palms up like you're giving up instead of trying to dominate. That's what a hands down position would be. This is a surrendering, it's an opening. Close your eyes. And again, think about an exercise ball. If I placed it on your back, could you wrap the lower half of your spine around the lower hemisphere of the ball? And can you wrap your upper spine around the top hemisphere of the ball? So the groin goes back and the collarbones goes up. The armpits go back. Lunge into the left knee. Hold your mat down with your left foot. Breathe. Release. Straighten the left leg. Reach over your left foot. Lower the hand to the shin, or place the back of the hand on the inside of the leg, somewhere between knee and ankle. Reach your right hand straight up. In a second, we're going to reach slightly forward. Basically, right hand's going to reach away from the right foot. Let's put it that way. But reach straight up for the ceiling. And while you're tightening your right side, that's this top side of my body. I'm trying to create wrinkles in the right side of my shirt by pulling right hip towards armpit. Shortening that side. That's me taking active control of my right side so that the left side will release. And then we just work that left hand a little bit closer to the floor, mindful of the breath. The pose never takes our breath away. At least not literally. Maybe it does emotionally. That pose it took my breath away. Yeah, metaphorically, that's cool. Now, if your left hand is at its lowest point, you're still breathing smooth, we're going to reach the right hand away from the right foot, bend the right knee, and pull the right palm back and pull the pubic bones back. And release. And rise up. I feel open. And I feel pretty. Do you feel pretty? I feel pretty. Bring your feet in a little bit, bend your knees a little bit, squat down. I feel pretty and witty and bright. What is that? Oh my God, am I doing West Side Story right now? I'm doing show tunes. Holy shit. Slide thumbs over ears. Now, if your hair's not tied in a band, you're just like, it's like you're sweeping your hair back, okay? Now, all of my glorious head of hair, I shaved it off specifically so that I could show you guys where your hands go on your skull. So it was really big of me. Thumbs are behind your ears. Pinkies are on the top of your head. Your middle fingers might touch like this, but it feels like your hands are like a swim cap. Okay, keep your elbows close to your nose. Pull your groin back and lift your elbows up. Push your knees over your toes. Hold your mat down with your heels. As you look up, draw your armpits away from the ceiling. Pull the groin back. Separate the knees. And release. Straighten the legs. Oh, reach your hands behind you. Squeeze your palms together. What? Cue Rex Smith. Oh my God, Andrea. Hinge forward. Lift your fists. You take my breath away. And that's what I'm trying to say. You take my breath away. Rex Smith. What kind of weirdo knows that? Like you and my brother, probably. Now, turn to your right and pull your fist over your left shoulder. And then turn back to the floor. Pull your fist to the right, turn your chest to the left. Now try to get your fist over the top right corner of your mat. And then come back to center. Place your hands on the floor and walk them to the left foot and step the left foot back. Oh yeah. Come forward into a plank and lower your chest to the floor. Oh, that's nice. Slide your left hand left. Roll to your left. Rest your head on the floor. Right hand's on the floor in front of your chest. And you're holding your mat down with your right hand. You're holding the floor down with your left hand. Push through your heels so your legs are straight and your quads are engaged. And then try to point your toes at the ceiling. Rotate both thigh bones clockwise. And release. Roll back onto the belly. Slide your left hand in. Leave your knees on the floor. And push into a tabletop. Step hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're properly in our nice little table here. And step your left hand into the center of your mat and reach your right hand to the right. Reach up, reach up, reach up, and then sweep it under. Back of the hand to the floor. Left hand slides forward, so you're going to place the right side of your head where your left hand just was. And you're sliding the back of your right hand on the floor as far as you can left. Get your bearings there. And then you're trying to draw your left armpit away from your right palm. And release. Slide right hand right and left hand back. Lift your knees, crouching cat, or downward facing dog. Step your feet to the edge of your mat without stepping off of it. Step your hands back towards your feet about 3 inches. With your left hand, slide it across your mat to your right foot and grab right outer ankle. Grab the inner ankle if you can't grab the outer. If you can't grab your ankle at all, then just place your hand on the floor near your foot. And turn and look at the ceiling under your right armpit. Release. Step your left foot forward. Turn to the right 180 degrees. Which camera am I on? There we go. Step your right foot back. Lie down on your belly. And slide your right hand right. With your left hand, push yourself onto your right side. Rest your head. Left hand's on the floor in front of your chest or your throat. Push down. And then resist with your right arm. Push into your right palm. Push through the heel, engage the legs. And then try to point your toes at the ceiling, even if it's not at the ceiling, directly up. Both thighs are rotating counterclockwise. Release. Roll back onto the belly. Leave your knees on the floor. Push into a tabletop, and then readjust knees and hands. Slide left hand in wait a second. Slide right hand in and slide left hand forward. Oh my God, I'm lost. Hold on a second. I should not have turned around. That totally screwed me up. Okay. Slide right hand forward and slide left hand right. Is that the right way, guys? I think it is. If it's not, just do it the other way. Yeah, this is right. Remember, left hand is trying to slide right. And then your right armpit is trying to draw away from your left hand. Release. Plant your hands, lift your knees, step your feet wide, walk your hands back. And right hand reaches for outer left ankle. Grab the inside if you can't get the outside. And then once you've grabbed a hold of your leg, pull your torso through to the left and look up at the ceiling. Release. Back into crouching cat. Look straight down, spread your fingers, grip your mat. Step your right foot forward, turn to your left, rise up facing the long side of your mat. Once this head rush passes, we're good. Turn your right foot out. I want to give you guys the option to bind today. If that's something in your practice, remember you can always use a towel if you can't get your hands to meet. So I'll show you facing you. I'll also turn around in case you need more info here. But let's go into this as though your hands, assuming your hands won't meet behind you. Place a towel in your left hand. Place your right hand on the floor. And if you take your hand and place it on your back, that towel is hanging, where if you look down, it's right on the outside of your right thigh. And your left hand can reach around to grab it. Now, if you don't need that towel, just slide the back of your right arm across the back of your right knee and reach your right hand up. With your hands bound or joined with a towel, you can straighten your right leg and begin to try to pull your right elbow out from under your thigh. You're trying to pull your left hand under your right hip. Turn the chest open. You can bend the left elbow a little bit more. That'll help turn you. Push into your right foot. Pull the collarbones away from the left hip. And release. Keep your right foot turned out, left foot forward, and reach up. Come into a reverse warrior. Just lengthen that right side. Not only are you reaching with that right hand for the ceiling to the left, you're pushing your right knee forward. You're trying to get your right hand away from your right knee and your knee away from your hand. Release. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot out. Do the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. Okay, towel in your right hand if your hands won't meet behind your back. Okay? Left hand on the floor. Sweep that towel around, and there it is dangling. Make sure that if you reach to grab it, that your palm is facing the same direction as your left toes. Okay? And if you don't need the towel, slide the back of your left arm across the back of your left knee. Reach your left hand up for the ceiling. Right hand reaches down to grab it. And then try to pull your left elbow out from under your thigh. That's taking your side body away from your thigh, and then your leg can straighten, possibly. Make sure you're gripping with both hands. Bend the right elbow. Draw the collarbones away from the right thigh. Release. Leave your right arm behind your back. Reach your left hand straight up. Keep your left knee bent, left toes turned out. Lower your right shoulder. Reverse. Bend your left knee and try to draw it away from your left hand. Your left hand is trying to drop a microphone and have it not hit your head or even your right foot. Release. Oh yeah. Turn your left foot in. Place your hands on the floor. And then toe heel your feet just a little bit wide, or see if you can't walk your feet to the short edges of your mat. Maybe even off of the short edges of your mat. Make sure you can still bend your knees and pull your groin back. Use your hands on the floor with your arms as pillars and just draw your chest forward. Pull your groin back. The knees go forward so the groin can go back. So soften the backs of the knees. Little bend in the knees, and then lift the bottom of your butt cheeks to the ceiling. And then bring the feet back in. All right. Turn to your left foot, step back, lie down on your belly. Boom. Slide left hand left. Remember we did that earlier? There was a reason for that. Roll to your left, and then slide left knee towards right hand. So you've got your left knee in front of you and your left hand behind you. Rest your head and step your right foot forward so that your right hand can grab your right big toe. And you can use a towel to lasso your foot if you needed to. All right? Now, push through your heel, take your foot off the floor, and then lift your right foot. As you drive your right heel to the ceiling, push into your left knee against the floor and your left palm against the floor. And release. Bend the right knee, let go of the foot, slide your right leg straight, slide your left foot under your right foot, turn your chest back to the floor, leave your knees on the mat. Push up into a tabletop. Oh, that felt so good. Didn't that feel good? Elbows down. You can join your palms. You can create fists or bound fists. Push your elbows down and lift your knees. You can walk your feet in a little bit. Use your elbows and your forearms trying to slide forward to press your heart back into that space between your big toes. And lower your knees, come back on your hands, and we're going to walk and pivot 180 degrees to the right. Lie your chest down on the floor, reach your right hand to the right. Mandasana pose on the other side. Rest your head. Push onto your right side. Slide right knee forward. So your right knee bends, your right hip bends 90 degrees. And that means even your right shin is hopefully something parallel to that long edge of your mat that you're looking at. Now plant your left foot near your right knee so that your left hand can grab it. I know that's a lot of lefts and rights, guys. And that's part of how we learn the body, right? Proprioception, being able to find a particular part of the body in space quickly with the mind. Now pull your foot off the floor, push through your left heel, and then press the left heel to the ceiling as you push into right palm and the outside of the right knee into the floor. So feel that triangle of energy. Your right knee and right palm are on the floor pushing down, and your left heel is in the air pushing up. And slowly break it down. Let go of the left foot, slide left leg straight, slide right leg under it, roll onto your belly, hands under your shoulders, push up, and then come into a tabletop. Ooh. Elbows down, join the palms, prayer or fists. Lift the knees, walk the feet in, press the heart back. Lower the knees, come onto the hands, turn left 90 degrees, and let's take a seat. I'm not kidding, man. I feel so much better, and I felt pretty good before we started. But just this feeling of opening, trying to tear down this wall that we're constantly building in front of us, that feels pretty good, man. All right, grab your right big toe, because we already did this. We were just lying on our side. And push through your heel. Pull at the shoulder. This is me pulling at the bicep because my elbow bends. Pulling at the shoulder means I'm taking my armpit and I'm trying to hug it into my rib cage. Lift the heart, press through the heel. Release. Place that right foot on the floor and reach over your left shoulder as your body turns sideways. Reach right hand away from right foot. It's not too much more complicated than that. Lower your butt and bring your right foot in and grab your left big toe. Take your foot off the floor, press through the heel. Make sure you're not leaning to the right to take this glute off the floor. That's sort of using leverage, like a scale, to hold this leg into the air. In other words, your left butt cheek should be on the floor and bearing more weight than your right butt cheek. Lift the heart, press through the heel, pull at the shoulder. Release the foot, plant the right hand, and reach left hand away from left foot. Turn the chest. And release. Slide those feet together. Grab your big toes, pull your feet off the floor. Balancing on your tailbone. Lift your heart. Use your spine to push your heart forward. Separate your feet. Pull the knees back. You're trying to press your heart through your feet and then push through the heels. Pull your heart through your arms. Hug those armpits into the ribs. Release. Plant your feet, plant your hands. Lift your butt, bring your knees together, and try to push them over your big toes, even if your heels lift. Relax your neck, let your head melt slowly back. Lower your butt, and turn to the left 90 degrees. Lie down on your back, planting your feet, scoot your butt to the left. Straighten your left leg. Guide your right knee across your hips to the left. Keep your right shoulder blade on the floor. Just stay here and breathe deep. Now, if you'd like to just take a step further, you can bend your left knee. And when that left heel comes up, Your right hand can reach down for it. And then try to get that right shoulder, right elbow back on the floor, and hold right knee as close to the floor as possible. 2 more deep breaths. One more. Release your legs. Straighten. Bring your hips back to center. And then scoot hips 3 or 4 inches left of center. Slide right leg straight. Right hand guides left knee across. Left hand reaches left. Keep left shoulder blade on the floor. And if you want to go that one step further, bend your right knee, drawing your heel towards your left hand. Left hand reaches down to capture the opposite foot. Hold left shoulder, left elbow down. Breathe. 3 deep breaths. Release. Straighten the right leg, plant the left foot, scoot the hips to center. Slide your legs straight. If you're a Shavasana guy, gal, or a non-gendered being. And if you're more of a meditation guy or gal, then cross your ankles, grab your hamstrings, and sit up. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyelids over your eyes. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. You can always support these live yoga classes that are brought to you daily, financially through Patreon or through the Cash App or through Venmo. And like most people, if you're financially strapped, that's okay. Please keep watching, keep learning, keep practicing. You can always support these live yoga classes by sharing them with people, by liking them, and by subscribing. All of those things help the YouTube algorithm, and it'll put this yoga class in front of more people. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Namaste.